Before starting this video, I would like to give a shout out to my friends at Glazed. They've recently come out with their new full glue edge-to-edge glass for the Motorola One Power, and if you want to buy it, the link would be in the description box. The tempered glass featured in this video is from them, and I'll be making a review about the Motorola One Power glass really soon. So if you guys would like to buy a tempered glass for your smartphone, definitely check them out and use the promo code GIZMO to save 10% off your order. Hey guys, gizmoddict here, and first of all, a very happy Diwali to all of you, and I hope you guys have a great one. Today we are checking out the Moto One Power. So this is the new smartphone from Motorola, and honestly they have been having a very rough year in 2018. First of all, they launched their new G6 lineup, which all of us know was a pricing disaster. I don't think anyone even bought that. And I thought Motorola was done selling phones in India. But then they launched this guy, the One Power, with a price tag of 16,000 rupees with Snapdragon 636, 5000 mAh of battery, turbocharging and Android One. But then the question is this phone enough to revive Motorola in India, considering there is so much stiff competition out there? Well, I've had this phone for almost a month now, and if I had 16,000 rupees to put on a phone, I won't be putting it on the Moto One Power. So let me tell you why in this video, and make sure that you watch it till the end. But then if you're coming to the channel for the first time, then make sure you hit the red subscribe button and press the notification bell so that you don't miss future videos. And if you want this video in Hindi as well, I'll be making it on my Hindi channel. So if you're comfortable with Hindi videos, there is a link to that in the description box as well. And if you're a Motorola fan, before you start getting angry at me in the comments, just try to watch this video, understand my point of view, and then become a keyboard warrior. With that said, let's get started with the video. So if you've used any of the Motorola phones in the past year and a half or so, you know that they're really bad with software updates. I mean, I've read articles about so many angry Motorola users because they promise an update, then they delay the update, and overall it's all a mess. So to bring those customers back to regain their trust, what they did was they put the Android One badge on the Moto One Power, and during the launch of this phone, they also promised that they will be updating, the security updates every single month for this phone. But then sadly, Motorola being Motorola, they are once again late in providing updates. So to give you some perspective, I got this phone in the first week of October, and at that point of time, it was on the August security update. So I thought the phone might have just launched, so maybe it's a bit delayed. And then I waited for the whole month of October, and right now at the end of October and in the first few days of November, they are rolling out the September security patch. So they are very slow, and the Nokia 6.1 Plus, which is of the same price in Android One, is already on Android Pie, and Motorola has no date about the Android Pie update on this phone. So yeah, that's sad. And on top of that, Dual VoLTE is also not working on this phone. So Motorola says that they have been working on it, and Dual VoLTE will only come with the Android Pie update. So I don't know why is that an issue, because every other phone, even below the price bracket of this phone, has Dual VoLTE. So why is Motorola not enabling it? So yeah, unless and until you don't get the Android Pie update, you can't have Dual VoLTE on this phone as well. So yeah, I don't like how Motorola is handling the software on this phone. And what's more weird is that Motorola phones are known for the Moto app that offers a ton of features on their phone, be it the Moto G lineup or the Moto X lineup. On the One Power, it doesn't do a lot. You only have two gestures that we've seen from years and years on Motorola phones, and you have the active display. Nothing extra like we see on the new X or the G lineup. So yeah, once again, that's pretty sad, and overall, I'm really disappointed by how Motorola is handling the software. I know it's stock Android, so it's going to be very smooth and fluid and all of that, but then they've gained a very bad reputation of updates, and they are not doing anything to fix it. So yeah, software and updates is definitely one area where they need to improve. But then if we come to the hardware side, the One Power is actually pretty good. On the outside, the phone is made out of metal, it feels very good, it's designed very well, and it resembles the Zenfone Max Pro a lot. And the best design element on this phone is that Motorola has finally integrated the fingerprint sensor into the Motorola dimple, something that we wanted for years, and I'm happy that Motorola has finally done that. So yeah, that's a very good refreshing design element on this phone. You've also got a huge 6.2-inch Full HD Plus display on the front, and I like the display. It has good colors, good viewing angles, good saturation, so no complaints there. but then the notch is pretty big. But then a lot of phones have big notches now, so I don't have any complaints regarding that. What I did notice was that this phone is very bulky. Considering it's got a 5000 milliamp hours of battery, it's one of the bulkiest phones in this price bracket, and if you want a compact phone, you probably won't like this. But then you have an advantage here. 5000 milliamp hours of battery is very good on this phone. I could get more than 7.5 hours of screen on time, which is crazy. I think the battery life is one of the best on this phone, and considering you have turbocharging from Motorola, it doesn't take a lot of time to charge as well. So yeah, turbocharging plus great battery life makes this phone the best in this segment in terms of the battery backup department. But then only having great battery life does not make a great smartphone, right? On the inside, you've got the Snapdragon 636 processor, so it's pretty smooth in day-to-day usage, no complaints there. But then when it comes to gaming, although this phone could handle all of the games easily, I felt that PUBG was a bit less smooth on this phone as compared to the competition. I don't know why I felt that, but then if you play the game on this phone, although it runs very well, you will find it to be a bit less smooth than the other phones in this competition. But then apart from that, I didn't have any complaints. You've got 4GB of RAM, 64GB of storage. So in day-to-day usage, in multitasking and all of that, I have no issues with this phone. What's also great on this phone is the camera performance. So you've got dual camera on the back, and one amazing thing that Motorola has done is that they've kept camera to API enabled on this phone. So what this means is that you can use apps like Google Camera on this phone, which elevate the performance of this camera a lot. So I've actually made a video comparing the Google camera samples with the stock camera app along with the Nokia 6.1 Plus, and you should definitely go watch the video. I'll link a card here. And the bottom line is that the camera on the Moto One Power is actually not that bad. It's not the best in its segment. I think the Nokia 6.1 Plus has a better camera, but then it does a good job, especially if you install Google Camera app on it. So yeah, the camera is not the best, but then it's definitely not bad either. Although one thing I would like to mention is that there is no electronic image stabilization or EIS on this phone, and the Google Camera apps that I tried did not support video recording. So maybe in future, if you have Gcam that supports video recording, you might get EIS, but then as of now, there is no chance of getting it. I thought I'd mention this if you shoot a lot of videos from your smartphone. But then like I said, the camera performance of this phone is definitely not bad, and you should go check out my video for more information. Talking about some other things, the call quality and network reception on this phone was great. You've got 2 SIM slots and a separate SD card slot, so in case the 64GB storage isn't enough for you, you can throw in a micro SD card and get more storage out of your phone. Like I said earlier, you don't have dual VoLTE as of now. It's gonna come with Android Pie, so if you use 2 Geo SIM cards, that is something that you should keep in mind. Audio via the headphone jack was not an issue either. The fingerprint sensor is very fast and accurate, and you've also got face unlock like on any other Android One device. It's hidden in the trusted faces option inside the smart unlock option in the settings menu. So if you want face unlock, you can use that as well. One other thing that I would like to mention is that this phone has the Widevine L1 certification, so if you watch Netflix a lot, you can watch it in full HD. So yeah, if you consume a lot of content on your phone, you shouldn't be worried about it. So overall, what do I think about the Moto One Power? Well, honestly, I think Motorola had a great chance of making a very good smartphone, but they kind of blew it considering how they handle their software and updates. Honestly, considering for the same price, I can get the Nokia 6.1 Plus with similar internals, much better software and updates, better camera, better build quality, then I would definitely go for that phone. Why would I pick the Moto One Power unless I want that 5000 milliamp hours of battery? So yeah, that's my conclusion of the Moto One Power. Unless and until you want that 5000 milliamp hours of battery, I see no point of going with this phone, because you can go with the Nokia 6.1 Plus, and if you don't want stock Android, you can also go with phones like the Honor 8X or the Realme 2 Pro. Realme 2 Pro offers Snapdragon 660 in the same price bracket, so if you're open to ColorOS, you can also consider that phone. And if you want stock Android, you can go with the Nokia 6.1 Plus as well. Now you might think that I'm favoring Nokia a bit too much, but I've extensively used every phone in this price segment, and I honestly think that the 6.1 Plus is a better phone, and hats off to Nokia with respect to how they're handling the software. The One Power honestly could have been a great phone. It would have been a threat to all of the other phones in this price bracket, but Motorola did not try hard enough. And if someone from Motorola is actually watching this video, then please work on your software and updates. Please don't make false claims so that you can gain your old customer base back. That's all I have to say about the Moto One Power. If you guys liked this video, then please hit the like button. Definitely let me know your views about this phone in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let's have a discussion in the comments. If you're new here, then definitely hit the red subscribe button, press the bell icon, and don't forget to follow me on my social media pages. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back in the notifications very soon. Peace.